a lot of the things you were talking about, not only just on that song, but a lot of the songs was very reflective of this sort of end of the world thing. Are you still in that mindset?
I'm for sure, yeah. I mean, I think it's always been like a metaphor. Like the first album is definitely just like, it's like, yeah, there's the aspect of like, how do you make long-term decisions about your life while the future seems uncertain. I mean, it also doesn't have to literally be that the world's on fire, although it is sometimes, but just that like your world might be on fire, or there's, you know, like just thinking about it that way. But I think the second album, I think it was just a lot more like free, I think, lyrically. I think that's the direction I've been moving in.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it's like a lot of parts of that second album I just talk about like going to space, or like, you know, like in Boy Blurry Eyes I talk about that a little bit, or like going into the future, or like going into the past, like talk about like, there was a lot more stuff about like growing up in Massachusetts and stuff like that was like specific, and just like not really worrying about whether people are gonna know what it means, I guess. I've been trying to kind of do more of that. And then with this next album, I feel like it's even more like just really stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
Like there's always some kind of story, but I'm a very like logical person, I think, and I tend to speak in a really like deliberate manner. I guess just realizing that people don't really have to totally know what you're talking about is sometimes better, maybe, or at least it's fine. So yeah. And then visually, I had a lot of stuff about like it was like like the first album was like, oh, coming, and then like the second one is like, oh, it's happening
It's
right
here,
now.
it's
We're
right
all
now,
trying
yeah.
to survive. And then this third thing that I'm working on right now is just like very like post-apocalyptic, but I think I feel like in my life I'm trying to maybe start rethinking stuff a little bit and just kind of like approach things with a new lens a little bit. And so having that kind of like fresh start, I feel like the idea of like a post-apocalyptic experience that continues the other shit, but also just like clears the slate, and I'm just sort of like trying to just make the next thing as if I'm totally new to it, maybe.
Yeah.